one client that we were talking to had an interest in creating a system that had a card slider in it, something where we could slide through a deck of cards. Of course, not this card. I just grabbed some random images online for this. But the general content purpose was a similar thing. And the idea was that a player could, just slide over a mobile phone and see this. And this slider actually works incredibly well on the mobile. I'm just testing in the IDE for the video because it's easier to record and get everything that I want. Of course, zooming is just handled with the camera, and we tried a whole bunch of different ways to get this to work. One of the first things that we were trying was actually taking the UI elements, just having these all done through the GUI through the canvas. But a couple of the problems that we kept running into was the sorting order. For instance, if these were all in the same position on the same, the same Z-plane, how far forward or back, then we would end up, it really didn't, and even if they weren't, it really didn't matter. The default is that it pays attention to the order that they are in the hierarchy. So we had to keep changing the order of the cards in the hierarchy based on which ones should be closer to the screen. Now we were handling that through scaling and stuff like that and automatically determining which one was supposed to be there, but we had to constantly call this hierarchical sort change, where we keep changing the positions inside an array. Now that felt expensive, and it was also becoming complicated to manage the code. So we ended up taking a look at some other options, and the option we ended up settling on, in this case, let me move the game out of the way, was this. It's literally just a bunch of quads with the card image set up on them, and it's spinning around a circle, an object in the middle. One pivot point, they're all children of it, and then we tell the swivel point to keep rotating, and all the cards to every single frame update and make sure that they're pointing at the player, or every time that it moves, pointed at the player. And this proved to be incredibly easy. I mean, we're talking about like maybe 2 scripts, and each one having only 1 to 2 lines of code that are actually useful. That's all they need. Anyway, so that actually proved to be a very simple tactic for generating these, and trying to use the UI to do it proved to be very, very challenging. Alright.